Week 0 college football breakdown here. This is going to be a heavily bet game. I know we got Vanderbilt and Hawaii. This line was around 6.5 towards Vanderbilt. It seems to be climbing up. I'm seeing it at 8.5, depending on where you look. That might get closer to 10 towards kickoff. I have my opinion of Vanderbilt. I think they're a really bad football team. If you listen to Clark Lay at SEC Media Days, he might have led you to believe something else, but this team's got a win total at 2.5 for a reason. And this game is going to do little to nothing to impact how I view this team. In my opinion, this is a team that could very well go winless in SEC play. And listen, it's not an indictment on what Clark Lay is building there, but it's year two. And this is a team that offensively, they're rolling with Mike Wright at quarterback. I do agree with that because given their O-line concerns, it is smart to have the more mobile guy. Probably opens up that offense a little bit more. But, I mean, as a passer last year, just disgusting numbers. 53% through the air, just 6 yards per attempt, 8 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. So while you might expect slight improvement with the full offseason under his belt, he's still not a good option at quarterback. And their running backs, I mean, they have options at running back, but I have little to no expectations as to how they're going to fare in the run game come SEC play. They're still lacking playmakers on the outside, and obviously they lost their left tackle to Alabama. I've obviously talked very poorly about Hawaii so far, with good reason. I mean, this is a team that's just expected to win 4 games this year, had a pretty tumultuous offseason. The exit of Todd Graham was felt in a major way, but they're bringing back Timmy Chang, who, he was a little bit before my time. I kind of grew up with the Colt Brennan days at Hawaii, but Timmy Chang was a legend in the early 2000s at Hawaii. So bringing some old blood back into the program. I mean, their back seven is going to be a disaster defensively. I have virtually no expectations for them there. Do have one pretty stout defensive lineman, but pass rush is going to be a major concern for them all year. If that's going to be a major concern against Mountain West caliber talent, then, I'm probably not going to expect you to step up all that well. I know Vanderbilt sucks, and I know they're the bottom barrel of the SEC, but still, Chang is obviously an offensive guy. I expect Hawaii to develop, and there's nothing new there, but probably is going to be a pass-first offense. I guess the issue is they just don't have much established at that quarterback position. Do bring back some talent at running back, but if Vanderbilt has one thing going for them defensively, it certainly is at that second level. Linebackers are the strength of that defense. Really, Vanderbilt's problems last year were really poor on the front four, and that kind of spilled over into their pass defense. I mean, turns out that if you can't get after the quarterback, and unless you have just game-changing guys in that secondary, it's going to be hard to stop the pass. So throughout the year, I think the secondary is only going to go as far as the D line allows it to go. This is a game that Vanderbilt should win by double digits, but you're in Hawaii. It's a weird environment. Week 0, first of all. And like I said, Vanderbilt is a bad football team. So I'm not necessarily rushing to the window to bet them. I do lean that way towards Vandy, but I said this off the top, and I'm not just saying this because they're a bad football team. I mean, Rutgers was a team last year that only won 5 games, but I had a great feel on Rutgers, especially early in the season. It's not just because they're bad, so I'm not going to handicap their games. It's just this game is going to do little to nothing to impact my opinion on Vanderbilt. If they beat Hawaii by 20, they're still probably going to win 1 game at most in SEC play. So I don't have a play on this game. If you're asking me my humble opinion, I wouldn't recommend that you do either. I know these Hawaii games, they're obviously the last game usually on Saturday night. People are trying to make up for some of their losses during the day. Obviously, I'm not going to promote that. Do what you want, but that's not really my style. So no play in this game. I mean, this is a game that Vanderbilt on paper should win by double digits, but I'm not really high on Vanderbilt this year. Still think Clark Lay's got a lot of work to do there. If you're new here, my name is Michael Fordham. I'm a sports handicapper. Last year in college football, hit at a 55% clip, netted over 27 units, finished the year on an 8-0 run. I feel even better about how I'm going to do this year. I'll be making YouTube content all throughout the season, be doing individual breakdowns like you see today. If you want to see my other week 0 breakdowns, go to the playlists on this channel. It'll say week 0 breakdowns, and I'll have all those there for you. That's something I'm going to do for all the other weekly breakdowns here on this channel as well. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming content. Like the video. That really helps out what I'm trying to build here, and I'd appreciate that. As far as how you can follow me throughout the season, other than here on YouTube, 2 places I would recommend. First is Twitter. You can follow me there at Fordham Betting. I would say that is my main platform, my biggest platform, but I also have a Telegram group where essentially whenever I make a play, it's just a text group. You'll get a text notification on your phone when I do make anything official. So feel free to join that. I'll leave all the links to all those places in the description below. I'll be back probably on Sunday to do a week 0 reaction show here on the channel. So thank y'all again for watching, and I'll see y'all here pretty soon. Best of luck in week 0. Peace.